MF straight up into it is still not going to be that high.
Yeah. I mean, also what often happens in pro play is that the Braum is a little bit underleveled compared to
down the late ignite.
Yeah, Beryl actually out of mana, which is kind of hard to do on a Braum, if I'm being real. Definitely a lot of Winter's Vice spam. Now the Hex Flash coming in.
Yeah, over the wall goes Carrier. And he's out of turret range, finds a double pulverize, Maker Rain comes down as Gumayusi comes on over. The door is set up at first blood, still goes over to the Misfortune. And Beryl, like you say, didn't have a whole lot of the blue stuff, but is now going to have to deal with another wave as Carrier finds yet another pulverize. He will die, and Beryl is fine. And Gumayusi decided that he did not want to kill him.
All in Beryl.
Far more important than Beryl having a 140 ahead of Carrier. As DK thinking about going for a contest, but I don't know about it. As Seismic Shove going wide. Carrier comes in, gets a pulverize onto Lucid, who does get the decoy off. And now Doran just says, nope, you do not have a jungler. They also take down the Dragon on the back end as aiming. He is just going to get evicted from this area. No flash, no chance. And Gumayusi even able to walk on over, give him a love tap, take him down. Shu on this top side of the map is at least trying to get something, at least get a crab, consolation crab there for the Wukong. She looking to go a little bit aggressive. Even has time to go back and get the cannon. You like to see that. And Carrier, I feel like he's everywhere this game. As the Cyclone comes in, can Carrier actually get in there to headbutt Lucid under the turret? And he does, in fact, do so. He flashes away. Realm Warp going to come on through. That gets rid of Beryl. So Beryl lives, and Lucid is very dead. How greedy Doran is going to be, as let's see the replay instead.
Yeah, so
Carrier's perspective.
I think it was an ambitious play, even if Carrier wasn't there. But Carrier being there just meant there was no chance of it working. You know, Showmaker's not able to get into range.
They'll be able to get in as Shiu's going to move down. Faker's in position though. Shiu desperately trying to get towards his turret. He takes a fair bit of damage, but he is pretty tanky. And he gets over to the other side of the wall. Lucid going in. And Shiu clears out the wave. Yeah, now that he's here, Shiu's like, how do I get down? You know, it's like doing that mountain climbing where you climb up and you're like, wait a second, how am I supposed to figure out my way back? As Showmaker teleports in, and maybe that is the way he did it, just asks his teammate to bring a ladder.
It's the goal deficit showing that, you know, even plays that make sense start to fail when you're lacking that extra bit of damage.
Well, speaking of an extra bit of damage, I think Faker certainly has it. As the threaded volley is coming down, we're going to stop watching that one as Lucid comes in, and the hook shot is so good from Doran. Bullet time comes down as well. Beryl almost just dead from that one, but they do manage to get the Camille, but at what cost? The answer is everything.
Easy cleanup from the side of T1. You know, Dplus go for that initial play onto Doran when he steps forward. And also, you know, you have a Braum on your team. You're kind of relying on like the Wukong to be engaging, and Lucid is falling further and further behind. Like, look at the health bar of the Wukong compared to Sejuani.
Yeah.
You dive in as this Wukong, you're probably just dead immediately.
Well, Lucid is going to dive in and just flashes away and dies. Wow. Like, why? Still, Showmaker and Shiu, they're going to come on over. All Out is going to be used to separate Ona from this fight, but he just gets back towards this collapse onto Showmaker. And Gumayusi, he comes down yet again. They've set the table for it. And they're now looking to grab these kills. Glacial Prison comes on through once more, but Shiu, pretty tanky, so isn't going to be dying just yet. In the meantime, Faker on that top side of the map is looking to take down this turret. Should be able to get this.
This is kind of what I was worried about after game one. Because game one, Dplus had a lead, had an advantage, managed to push it a little bit, and then they started to flounder and T1 pulled back. This is a game, though, where T1 are the ones who led the charge, who have the advantage, and it just doesn't even look remotely close.
Nope. I feel like the Flounder will have a few extra blast cones. Sorry, Valdez. As, yes, T1 just trying to get even more control, just to make sure that Faker can very safely take this turret on this top side. As I've seen fights in this area happen before, as Beryl throws out an ulti for fun.
Yes, so engage
side. What was it, 0-4?
Yep.
That seems crazy. As headbutt pulve onto Beryl. Ona swings a flail at him as okay. Aiming going to start this one up. He's already down very low. There's the flash forward. Can they actually kill Guma? Is the question. The answer so far is no. They take down Beryl finally. They overextend far enough to kill the Misfortune, but now the rest of them are likely to go down. Doran just executes aiming underneath the turret. And Shiu trying to escape. That blast cone direction was looking a little dicey, but he gives them the good old thumbs up as he exits. but they didn't need to kill Xiu to feel really good about how this fight goes, as Lucid is just running for the hills. And he will get out, but at what cost?
I'm not sure
It
why.
feels like T1, they don't give the opportunities, right? Because they're not overextending into vision that they don't have, as the bullet time is so good. Beryl's door does pretty much nothing, and aiming is just shredded. Down goes the Wukong as well, as there is an all-out, so they kill Gumayusi one more time, as Showmaker also might be able to get a kill onto Carrier. There is that one. Xiu gets himself out of there, but I don't know whether Showmaker wins this 1v1 against Ona, and he does not. Down goes the Cassante as well, as T1 complete the ace with only the sacrifice of their bottom lane, and you can see Xiu just head in hands. Showmaker not really sure of what to do, and this is looking like a bit of a glum DK at this point in time.
Yep, all they're really achieving is just hampering away at Guma's KDA. In terms of the game state, it's just getting worse and worse every time.
There are a couple towards the top side, but it looks like DK may not have full information. Showmaker coming on over. There's a teleport in from Doran. DK going to have to be swift about this one if they want to lock this down, as they do manage to secure it, get some bounty gold as the Cyclone comes in. Lucid looking for Faker there, but Faker moves out of the way of the Cyclone. Very nicely done. Hextech ultimatum onto aiming in the back line. What's this Varus ever supposed to do this game? And it is get shoved and then bullet timed to death, as Lucid, that was a bit tricky, gets himself over the wall as Xiu trying to get into that backline, goes all out and pulls Doran over, but he's so incredibly low. Gumayusi is looking for that kill, and he should be able to get it. Still, actually, Xiu doing some work, but Gumayusi's a raid boss. He is massive. That's another ace for T1. And I don't know. Been up for 22 seconds. As, all right, Realm War play. They want to kill Gumayusi one more time as the seismic shove is so perfectly placed. Showmaker goes golden. Xiu into that backline. They might be able to kill Gumayusi, but I guarantee they are all dead after that as Ona takes down the Rise. Doran getting on in there. Man, it's doing so much damage. Xiu dashing around, doing cool stuff, but you know what? He's dead. And there is not a whole lot to be said other than that. T1, even though they don't have their 80 carry, they will be able to pick up a Baron, and that is going... I don't think he's dying again.
Something that was talked about a lot on Space in the pre-show was the fact that, you know, one of the things with the Sejuani is you'll less of the carry yourself, and T1 has been so owner-reliant, so it's a good omen seeing them win with them on the Sejuani.
Xiu is taking a lot of damage as Doran trying to chase him down. Aiming is going to push him away, but it's not going to stop this inhibitor from going down. DK, it is feeling circular in motion. They are just slowly but surely going down the drain. As Xiu does get his health bar back. Weave as well just to block off Lucid from this fight. Seismic Shove does not connect, but the Hextech ultimatum goes in. There's another gorgeous bullet time as Gumayusi cuts them down. Kill credit going over to Doran. Sitting on 10 now this game. What a monster. Seismic Shove's gorgeous there from the GOAT. And I think T1 may have just done it far more swiftly than the last time, as Carrier does what he likes to do at the end of games, which is die to the fountain laser, and that's going to mean that it isn't the classic for this particular game, which is 1 for 5 trades. The Nexus still going to go down though, and T1 looking clean with it here today.
Yeah, and